YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, and thank you for tuning in to this next conversation that I have for you. But if you're new, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified of any time that I upload. But as you see on your screen, we are going to be talking about the language barrier when it comes to foreign wrestlers. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this topic up and bring my 2 cents into it is just because of the simple fact I have been seeing a lot of feedback and criticism from fans saying that the language barrier is really having a difficult problem for them to connect to these wrestlers. Now, although I do understand the perspective of that point, because there are times where promo isn't the best and they're not promoting themselves the best way they should as possible. But you can't deny that these are some great workers, because even on the screen I have some names, and I'm pretty sure there's other people you can think of, but these are the main ones that really get talked about the most when it comes to them having difficulty to connect with the wrestler. Now for Julia, I definitely can understand. Her English is definitely not the best, but that is the reason why Kiana James is kind of helping her out. But even in this situation of them being paired together, they didn't really give any type of backstory why they got together, but we can kind of see she's there to be her mouthpiece. But I'm pretty sure if they would have set it up a little bit better, it definitely would have been more successful at the start. But it still doesn't dismiss the simple fact that she's a great wrestler, and the other people that's on this screen, they're phenomenal in the ring. They're great in-ring performers. But of course, the language barrier is their downfall, because English is not their first language, and in general in life, there are so many countries and international places that English is not their first language. It's a rare occasion, but there's many languages across the world that when they come to these spaces that are predominantly English, it's something that they have to adapt to. So I do applaud these workers when they push through their comfort zone in order to work in the industry of wrestling, because promos are definitely needed. Promos are to help promote the character, whether they're a heel or a face, or they're first starting out, to showcase who they are and what they're going to do when they start their careers in any wrestling promotion that they go on, because you have to develop the story as well. You have to develop the rivalry they have against with somebody in order to make the feud be more intense and a lot more high stake. But yes, that is a downfall, but it's something that we can still show grace to them, because they're working hard and dedicated in order to connect with the crowd. Because even for Stephanie, for herself, I've seen recent feedback that a lot of people can't rally behind her because she can't talk. But honestly, she definitely has the best English speaking voice out of all of them, just due to the fact that she has really dedicated over like maybe 10 months. She said on a recent interview with Chris Van Vliet that she really was taking classes in order to learn, and she said it's very tough. So I definitely proud of her of stepping out her comfort zone to learn it, so that way she can navigate through the wrestling industry, so that way the crowd can come up behind her. Because even her past speech on Monday Night Raw was absolutely amazing. I love that you can feel her passion that she has for wrestling and how hard she's worked, and she said for herself she's going to continue to make history, and she gave a great speech. And I don't understand how that was quote unquote really hard to rally behind, because if you can't even rally behind her when she speaks, she's amazing in ring, and I've seen criticism with that, which makes no sense. So it makes me feel like, okay, pick your battle. If you're going to be a fan of wrestling, be a fan. It's a borderline of critique and hate at this point. If you're going to spread hate, you might as well just not watch the product at this point. If you're going to complain about every single thing, especially a language barrier. Because like I said, there are people's first language that are not English. But these wrestlers, Asuka and Io, they're the best women's wrestlers, and they still have great careers in WWE and outside of WWE, and they are some great in-ring performers. Andrade is amazing. He had a language barrier. He got help from Zelina Vega at the time in the golden days of NXT. Even when he came back into now, unfortunately he is gone now, but in his run, he still gave some good promos to promote the feud that he had with wrestlers. Especially the best feud he had was with Carmelo Hayes, and that was absolutely amazing, and everybody loved it. And I know personally, for me, I definitely did too. So a language barrier isn't always a problem. Yes, it is not the strongest, but you as a viewer can show a little bit more grace to these wrestlers that really try their hardest in order to talk, because it's definitely not something easy to do. Because as an English speaking person, learning a new language is very, very difficult. So imagine how hard it is for someone who has to learn English. And that's something that a lot of people really needed to take in consideration. And that's why you always have to move with a gracious heart, because you just never know the level of difficulty that they have to go through and navigate in life when English is very hard to learn. And also, it makes me wonder too, are they focusing on how it sounds instead of actually listening to the words that they're talking about? Because it's so easy to hear the words, how it's pronounced. It's not always completely clear, but you can still decipher and understand the statement that they're trying to express. And honestly, when it's not a deal breaker for me with the language barrier, because I can just imagine it's not easy. But I still applaud them for trying. And plus, if people feel like this is a deal breaker, they're gonna miss out on the talent they probably they could like. Because if you're so focused on, oh, they can't really talk, so I can't really invest in trying to like this person, it's like you're gonna miss out. Like, for example, Stephanie right now, like, you're gonna miss out on her championship reign just because of a language barrier. And it's like, that's the only thing holding you back. And it's like, if that's the case, then oh well. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions. But other than that, I hope you have a great day, and God bless you, and peace.